What's up, YouTube? I almost said what's up, Twitter, which is exactly why I'm glad I'm doing this topic. I told Self-Esteem Queen that I would make a video about um, something that she talks a lot about on Twitter or Facebook, or if you know her, she talks about toxic people, places, and things. And um, probably about a month ago, no, not even a month, maybe 2 weeks ago, I listened to one of her radio shows on Blog Talk Radio. I think it was like a three-part series, and she was on toxic things. I'm not sure, but I think I missed the one on toxic people. But basically, just talking about, how she was identifying what toxic things, people, and places were, how how you shouldn't have them in your life, period. And this is just a video just to explain how that whole, just one, like 5 minutes of listening to that changed my whole perspective on the people I have in my life, the things I do, and the places I go. It just, if you haven't heard it, go to I don't. I'll put the link up. I'm not sure if it's on her site or if it's on the Blog Talk Radio site, but she has them archived so you can go watch them. But basically, the definition of toxic is just a person, place, or thing that takes away from you being who you are. It's like, if you go to a party that there's going to be drinking and you don't drink, but you feel like you're being pressured into that drinking thing, that's taken away from who you are because you don't drink. And that's a place that's toxic for you. That party or the people that you were going with are toxic. So it's just anything that takes away from who you are. And I've gotten rid of a lot of toxic people in my life since I listened to her show. It's people that were taken away from who I was, people that I feel like I had to be a different person around, people that made me feel like I just couldn't be the regular Tier, like I couldn't be me, people that made me feel like I had to put on a front or a persona of someone that I'm not. You have to have a circle of people that you feel comfortable around being yourself. Like, people that are your friends should make you feel like you can't be you, like you can't be yourself, you know? If you're not normal like everyone else, that's you. Not every one person is the same. God makes everyone different. He created you to be you, not to be like the next person. You don't have to be like all these other people. You don't, because you're an individual. You are who you are. You're not her, him, or anyone else. So toxic people and just people who I felt were taking from me, taken away from who I was, from who Tiara is. So people that I had to get rid of, even though you love them and you still want them in your life, you don't need toxic things in your life. Like, I've just taken a whole different outlook on who I am by getting rid of toxic things, like videos on my YouTube that I'm going to delete because they're just videos, and like I watch myself and I'm just like, who is that? That's not me. Like, I like being funny, I like to joke around, but there's a way that you can go about it without being how I am in those videos. Me being drunk and thinking that's cute, that's not. It's not, you know, that's not something that you should be putting out on the internet for everyone to see, because it makes you look a certain way. You should hold yourself to a higher standard, and that's why they'll be getting deleted. You know, another thing was toxic things for me are like internet sites, even my phone. You know, people feel the need, like, you go on the internet and you have, like I said, be something that you're not. Go on Twitter and be yourself. And if no one likes the real you, then they're missing out on a good thing, a great person that they could have known, but they'd rather be friends with these people who put on a persona of something that they're not, of being fake. And so um, if that's all that you do is from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep is be on Twitter or, you know, be on Facebook. That's toxic because it's taken away from your life. It's taken away from who you are. Like, you shouldn't be worried about what all these people on Twitter think about you, what all these people on Facebook think about you, because it's just a social networking site. And, you know, I had to admit, like, I admitted to Dawn, like, I was like, I'm addicted to Twitter. Like, there's a point in time where, like, I didn't care about anything else. Like, I could be on the computer on Twitter and my mom could be talking to me and I'm zoning my mom out, not listening to her because, you know, Twitter's more important. When in actuality, it's not. It's not more important, you know? I was so worried about updates. Like, I had updates on my phone. My phone was non-stop, off the hook, busy all the time. Came to a point where I took off everything off my phone, all my Twitter updates, except from Psychology 101 and Self-Esteem Queen and Reverend Wisdom. I minimized it just because I don't need all of that. It's not substantial. Like, I don't need to be on Twitter 24/7. You can take a break from your Twitter life. It's like you're not going to miss anything. You know, if you miss an update, oh, it's just Twitter. It's fine. Live your life off, away from the social network, you know? It's not that big of a deal. And some people can't admit that they're addicted to something. They think that they can just stop anytime you want. But take a good look at me, because I say that all the time. If I want to be off Twitter, I can. I can stop anytime I want. But I never did. I made my Twitter in '09, I think. And it's ridiculous to see how many tweets I've tweeted since then. Ridiculous. And now that I have a Twitter, I'm on it sparingly. Like, I don't feel like I need to be on there every day. It's not a necessity to me. I go on there just to people that I communicate with, that I'm friends with, that live in other states, or, you know, to post things about how I feel. But another thing is, that's another thing I want to bring up. I had to be brought, you know, it had to be brought to my attention from someone that don't post stuff on Twitter, like, you know, like personal things. Like, that's something that you should leave off of Twitter. Personal life shouldn't be brought onto Twitter, Facebook, anywhere at all. That's something that you should just keep to yourself. And I had to be taken aside and had to be told that by someone who, she didn't do it to embarrass me or to make me feel, you know, anyway. She did it because she loves me, and she, you know, she didn't want me having all my business out there. And then, you know, another thing about Twitter is how, like, if you follow me on Twitter or whatever, I say lots of things that are like positive, but then there's times where, you know, I say things that kind of contradict what I was trying to be positive about, which is another thing I had to stop doing. And which is another thing I got brought to my attention, you know, and which made me take a step back and look, like, it's okay to do all these things, but there's a point in time when you have to realize, like I said, if it's taken away from you or your life, it's toxic. And I'm sorry to say it, but there are a lot of people on my timeline who I see on there 24/7 that I feel like, you're on Twitter. What if you're on Twitter all day? What else are you doing? Like, do you have a job? Do you go to school? Like, I'm not I'm not belittling you or downing you. I'm just wondering, you know, what you're doing. And I'm just saying, like, don't let a social network or anything else take away from who you are. Don't let it keep you from doing your job, keep you from going to school, keep nothing. Don't let a social network become something that's toxic in your life, which it is to a lot of people nowadays in 2011. But like I said, the whole video I'm making is about toxic people, places, and things. Like, you need to eliminate them out of your life. And me, I feel like I'm still at a place where I can't tell anyone else to take toxic things out of their life, because I still need to eliminate tons of toxic things out of my life still. So I need to lead by example before I can tell anyone else that they need to do that. So I'm making steps. I've already eliminated toxic people, and you feel better. Like, you feel better when you get all these things out of your life. It's like a weight off your shoulder, you know, like, it's like it didn't need to be there. you feel like you can just, bam, be yourself. Like, hey, I can be the real Tier. Like, yeah, I'm weird, but hey, that's me, and that's real. And being real is a job, and some aren't qualified to do it. You know, some people feel like they have to be fake, but you know what? You live, you learn, and I pray for people like that. You know, like people that can't be real and be honest and can't make steps to getting toxic things out of their life. So, with that being said, eliminate toxic people, places, and things out of your life, and you'll feel so much better. You'll be able to think and live so much better. I promise you, you will. But with that being said, follow. She's like a mentor to me. You know, she's my mentor. She probably doesn't even know it, but Dawn, at Self Esteem Queen on Twitter. Um, she's amazing, and I don't know if I would even be where, how I am right now if I wouldn't have, got the chance to talk to her. So follow her on Twitter, go on her website, but like I said, eliminate toxic people, places, and things. And with that being said, it's been real. It's been real. Comment, rate, subscribe. Leave me comments, leave me feedback. I want to know what you guys have to think about the subject, and let me know if you've eliminated toxic people, places, or things, or if just anything that you had to say about the video that could relate. Just let me know, and I'll answer back because I'm always here. But have a blessed and beautiful day, and I love you guys. See you later. I'll be back to make another video whenever I get the inspiration to make one. But see you later, YouTube.